I'm back. Y'all know what it is. Deciphering Devil's Details. I'm your boy Chris. I'm back. I'll say it again. Better grab your tin can, phone your friend. If you're feeling my vibe, don't be afraid to subscribe. Breaking down the Bible, I'm gonna make an attempt because I really think it's talking about the Great Reset. Alright, man, I tell you, it feels good to be back. A lot of things have gone on in the last last couple of years since I've been away, but I'm trying to start a new chapter in my life, and hopefully I'll be able to get back into this. Like I said, I think the Bible is really talking about the Great Reset, and I think a lot of the words in the Bible have been translated into so many different words from Hebrew to English to try to describe what they're saying. But I think if we look back on the root of each word, then we can find out what it truly means. I hope you enjoy this. I've been holding on to this for a long time. I've been wanting to do this, but so much shit has happened. I hope you dig it. This is Deciphering Devil's Details, breaking down Genesis 1:1. So we're kicking it over here at the Bible Hub. I use this website quite a bit to look deeper into the Bible and what the words actually mean, because you can look it up like strong, exhaustive concordance. They link it up through this website. We all know the Bible starts off with, in English, says, in the beginning. But would you believe this is actually the Hebrew word, and this is actually how you would say it, phonically or whatever they call it, I don't know. This is how it's pronounced, and it's literally be reset. Be receipt. Is that not some shit? In the beginning, in Hebrew, is literally be receipt. We're going to go into the Strong's Exhaustive Concordance, or Strong's Hebrew, and we're going to find out what the word actually means. The word is receipt, or receipt, the beginning. So it's literally talking about the reset, receipt. This is where we get that word from. It's just bastardized it in English over the years. What is the definition of it, right? It says, let's go down here to Strong's Exhaustive Concordance, the beginning, chief. First fruit, part, time, principal thing, right? From the same as rocher, the first, in place, time, order, or rank. Beginning, chief, chiefess, first fruit, part, time, principal. So like, let's go to rocher. It says it's the same. We'll go down to it. It means head, right? So we go down to Strong's Exhaustive Concordance, right? It means band, captain, company, right? From an unused root, apparently meaning to shake. So are they talking about like a giant earthquake that reset everything? We're Etch-a-Sketch, all right? You just shake that shit and restart it all. And it says the head as most easy be shaken. Right? So they're talking about the beginning, the head, it shakes. In the beginning, they're shaken. Whether literally or figuratively, in many applications of place, right? If you're to shake the whole world and reset it all, in time, and in rank. Band, beginning, captain, chapter, chief, chiefess, place, chiefess man, chiefess thing, company, and on and on and on and on. Literally means that they're just restarting everything and that we're getting reset. So the next word is created, bara. The Egyptians say that Ra created the world. Bara is to shape or to create in Hebrew. This is choose, create, creator, cut down, dispatch, do, make fat, right? So primitive word, absolutely. To create, qualified, to cut down, a wood, select, feed, as formative processes. Choose, create, creator, cut down, dispatch, do, make fat. So the word create also means to cut down. To start a new civilization, to reset everything, you have to cut down the old civilization. So as in wood, is this part of the Great Reset? A lot of these giant trees and the cities and stuff that came before us were all cut down during this Great Reset. On to the next word. So God, Elohim, God with a big G, God with a small g. Angels, exceeding, God, very great, mighty. These are usually what different kind of words that they use as in the Bible. This is usually the meaning of them. Plural of Eloha. That's interesting. Eloha. God in the ordinary sense, but specifically used in the plural. Thus, especially with the article of the supreme God. Occasionally applied by the way of deference to magistrate, and sometimes as a superlative. Angels, exceeding God, gods, goddess, godly, very great judge. So this means it's plural sense of gods. So there is a group of beings that are destroying and resetting and recreating the world as we know it. It's not just one dude. It's not just one dude that comes over and it's just like this, I'm going to speak and it's all going to happen like this. Essentially, it seems like, if you break it all down, that it's more than one of them, and they are together, they are creating this earth to as they see fit, right? So let's go to the next one. So God, probably prolonged, emphatic, from El, a deity or the deity. God with big G, God with a small g, see Elohim, right? So they send you back to the Elohim. I guess we can go to this El, but basically it just comes back to you. Like El is just one God, El, and Elohim is multiple. Like the Nephilim, it's multiple of them. Like the Raphalim, it's multiple of them. That's how they say they're plural in Hebrew. Right? This one's God, goodly, great, idol, strength, the just, almighty, special, idol, mighty one, power, strong, shortened from El-Heel, adjective, mighty, especially the almighty, but used also of any deity. This is where you get the term angel, right? It's from this El, right? It all comes back to this group of these deities that were making the earth, or resetting and reshaping the earth. As far as the Bible goes, I don't necessarily think that it talks about creation, but it talks about what happened during and after the reset. And this is what we're left with, not that we actually know who created. And then there's just this weird dot. Right? So when you go to this, eighth, untranslatable mark of the accusative case, as such, unrepresented in English. So there's no word for this in English. Parent contracted from in the demonstrative sense of entity. Properly self, but generally used to point out more definitively the object of a verb or preposition, even or namely, such as unrepresented in English. So there's no real word that represents this word in English. If you keep going, it's a sign, a mark, miracle, ensign. Probably from out in the sense of appearing. A signal, literally or figuratively, as a flag, beacon, monument, omen, prodigy, evident, etc. A mark or miracle or ensign, token. So we're going to go to this. Uth, to consent or to agree, right? Uth, right? So it kind of sounds like this is an oath that they're taking, right? To consent, a primitive root, properly to come, i.e. implied to assent, consent. This group of El are coming together and they're agreeing to do this. This is the agreement that they're going to reset everything. And they are all in agreements with this. They all consent to doing this. So now the next word is the heavens. They're agreeing on the heavens. So what are the heavens? So it's Shamayim, the heaven, right? Sky. Air, astrologer, heavens. Dual of an unused singular shame, from an unused root, meaning to be lofty. The sky as aloft, the dual perhaps alluding to the visible arc in which the clouds move, as well as the higher ether where the celestial bodies revolve. Air, astrologer, heavens. So the heavens is really just sky, but these El are getting together to create the sky, or the firmament. And this Shaman, I wonder, is if this is where we get the word like shaman, that these guys are looking up to the heavens of. And the next word is and, wiet, 853. So it's going to take me down the same road as this 853 over here, et, right? The Elohim agree to the heavens. Then they agree, again, consent to the earth. And what's the earth now? Eretz, earth or land. Common, country, earth, field, ground, land, nations, way. From the unused root, probably meaning to be firm. The earth at large, or partitively a land. Common, country, earth, field, ground, land, nations, way, wilderness, world. Right? So this is the land. So now they're just coming into an agreement. They're creating all the lands. They're definitely making the earth and the land right now, right? They're reshaping it. They're resetting it. That's chapter 1. So let's do chapter 2. Sorry, now we're in Genesis 1-2. So the earth, we just figured that out. It just means the earth or the land or like the nation. The next word is was. Hayata, right? 1961. Haya, haya, haya. To fall out to come to pass, become, or be. Become, altogether, accomplished, committed, like, break, cause. A primitive word compared to hava, to exist, be, or become. Come to pass. Always empathetic and not a mere cupola or auxiliary. Beacon, altogether, be, become, accomplished, committed, and you can read all the rest of those words down there. We're just going to jump into the hava. So hava, hava, to fall, to breathe, to be. Hava, a primitive word compared to ava and haya, supposed to mean properly to breathe, to be, in the sense of existent. Be, to have. So let's go to ava and decline or desire. Covet, great desire, to be, desirous, long, lust after. Primitive word to wish for or covet, greatly desire, be, desirous, long, lust after. I believe the word haya or hawa, I believe this is a creation mantra, that if you are to want something or to need something or you want to speak something into an existence, that you would use this mantra. Like the indigenous peoples of everywhere, whenever they are using their mantras, getting into spiritual connections and singing to try to better their tribes and such, and all their ceremonies and stuff, they all say haya haya. They all repeat it twice. Haya haya. Haya, haya. And I believe that this is a sacred creation mantra, that if you want to create stuff, that you would use these mantras. And this is just one of the mantras. That's just my crazy speculations on this. But it means, to come to pass, right? To be, to become, right? To breathe. It's your breath. Ha, ya, haya, haya. Breath coming out of the creator and into you. To become, right? So the earth became, and now it's formless, right? What's formless? To who? Formless, confusion, unreality, emptiness. Title. What's title? But spelled like that, not like a king title, but like a title. Like this is like a wave. Are they talking about a great wave that came across? And then it says from an unused root, meaning to lay waste. A desolation of surface. Desert, figuratively, a worthless thing. Advertibly in vain. Confusion, empty place, without form, nothing. Thing of naught, vain, vanity, waste, wilderness. I would have to ask you, is this literally, are they talking about that they created a tidal wave to lay waste or desolation to the surface of the earth so that they could start all over again, right? This is kind of what we're being told as the Great Reset was a giant flood that laid waste everything and made everything worthless. We don't know what the old Antiquitech was. We've lost this. There's a great wave and it just laid waste to everything. And now the earth was formless and void. So what's void? Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Emptiness. Like right when you filled with emptiness and you're crying away, you're going boo-hoo-hoo, right? That's kind of how we have made the sound of crying is boo-hoo. And that's also void, to have emptiness. So these are where we get these words from and these sounds from. It all goes back to the old language and it all comes back to English, and we just have these things like what's boo-hoo to you? Like from an unused root, meaning to be empty. So like when you're empty, you're boo-hooing. Vacuity, i.e. superficially an indistinguishable ruin, emptiness or void. Like there's all kinds of indistinguishable ruins. This is Masada, an ancient fortress in Israel. There's like nothing there. It's just ruins. So let's go to the next one. There's a 4,000-year-old ancient castle in Turkey. Look at this. Look at this thing. It's like, what is it? It's nothing. It's just a pile of ruins. How do you know what this is? But it's indistinguishable ruins. Jump to another place, Turkey. I got lazy. I just went to Google search just places in Turkey. 34-year-old castle in Turkey on top of volcano, right? They're going to probably say that that's the little castle up there, but this whole thing was probably a castle at one point. Indistinguishable ruins. The weird castle of Khuzar? Indistinguishable ruins. So that makes me wonder about Grand Canyon. We have the Isis temple. We have the Shiva temple. We have the Chopus pyramid. and I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but I probably butchered it. But I'm good with butchering a lot of words. But look at these. These are temple, and they're in indistinguishable ruins now, right? So what we're told that like water caused all, especially in the Grand Canyon. Look at this bad boy. You know, is this just an indistinguishable ruin? Like how crazy this is. Is it a tree? Look at that. Well, these are indistinguishable ruins, right? That are found all around the world. Those are just some of them. Did they create a tidal wave that made the earth void, and now we cry about how that one day about how the earth was made formless and void? So now we got and darkness, right? And then darkness came over the earth. Koshchak, darkness, night, obscurity. From Koshchak, the darkness, hence literally darkness, figuratively misery, destruction, death, ignorance, sorrow, wickedness, darkness, night, obscurity, right? So is this literally everything is getting destroyed by this tidal wave, and we literally have misery, destruction, death? Well, let's go to this one. Koshchak. To be or to grow dark. Be black, be make dark, darken, cause darkness, be dim, hide, a primitive root. To be dark, as without light, transitive, to darken. Be black, be make dark, darken, cause darkness, be dim, hide. So this is a primitive word, and it's just literally, are they just literally just destroying everything and they're making everything dark? You know, maybe the sun's gone for this time. This is like that long night or whatever they call it. This time of darkness where there's no light and everything gets destroyed. The plasma apocalypse could be another term for it. But everything is darkened and dim and being destroyed. And now was over all. So let's check out what all means. Upon, above, over. Above, according to, after, as against, amongst, and as at. Those are the words that they use it as. A primitive properly the same as all, al, used as a preposition in the singular or plural, often with prefix, or as conjunction with a particular following, above, over, upon, or against, yet always in this last relation with the downward aspect, in a great variety of applications as follows. And then there's a whole above, according to, accordingly, after, as, against, and you can basically read all the, basically it just means on top. So there was just death and destruction on top of the world, upon the face. So let's go to Pane, Panim or Pana, Panim, face or faces. Accept anger as long as battle because of beseech, continents, plural, but always as singular, of an unused noun, pane, from pane, the face, as a part that turned, used in a great variety of applications, literally and figuratively, also with preposition prefix, as a preposition before, etc. Except a before time, against anger, as long as, at battle, because of, beseech, continuous, edge, and all of this stuff down here. So we're gonna go to Pane. Pana, peer, at eventide, behold, cast out, come on, corner, drawing, empty. So the definition is a primitive root to turn, by implication to face, appear, look, appear at, eventide, behold, cast out, come on, corner, drawing, empty, go away, look, mark, pass away, prepare, regard. As it looks to me, it means like to face, or like to look out, or to appear on something, or behold. Not that it's the face, but it's actually to face. Now, of the deep. To home. So let's see what to home means. Deep, sea, abyss, right? Let's see if it really means that. So it means confusion, empty place, without form, nothing, vain, vanity, waste, or home. Usually feminine, from home. And abyss as a surging mass of water, especially the deep, the main sea or subterranean water supply. Deep places, depth. So let's see what this goes on to. So hum or him, whom, to murmur, roar, defeat in battle, destroy, move, make a noise, put, ring again. A primitive word compared to hamem, to make an uproar or agitate greatly, to destroy, move, make a noise, put, ring again. Hamem, hamem, break, to consume, crush, destroy, discomfort, trouble, vex. A primitive word compared to home and hama, properly to put into commotion, by implication, to disturb, dive, destroy, break, consume, crush, destroy, discomfort, trouble, vex. It looks like this means like to make an uproar or to destroy. Are they talking about this great roar that's coming upon the face of the earth as everything is being destroyed? These are possibly like the trumpets of destruction and stuff like that that we hear come up again later on in the Bible. And is it all done by a big surging mass of water? Is that what it's meaning? That this surging mass of waters and it's flooding the earth, resetting everything. Now the Great Spirit, Ra-Ruha, Ruach, breathe, wind, spirit, air, anger, blast, breath, cool, courage, mind, quarter. Word from Ruach, wind, to resemble breath, a sensible or even violent expulsion. Figuratively, life, anger, unsubstantially, by extension, a region of the sky or resembling spirit, but only of a rational being, including its expression or function. And it gets into the words again: air, anger, blast, breath. So let's go. It's from Ruach. Accept, smell, touch, to make quick understanding. Accept, smell, touch, make of quick understanding. A primitive word properly: to blow, to breathe, only literally, to smell, or by implication perceive, figuratively, to anticipate, enjoy. Accept, smell, touch, make understanding. After all this death and destruction, they finally make a quick understanding of what they're doing. Is this also meaning this loud noise? Could that also be the winds that are caused by this great disaster happening? There's going to be all these crazy whirlwinds and the roaring of the water, essentially the trumpets of this Great Spirit when there is this great reset. So Elohim, so the group of El, was hovering. Mirahi pep. I don't know how to say that. I'm terrible at pronouncing these things. Rakaf, to grow soft, relax, flutter, move, shake. Primitive root, to brood, by implication, to be relaxed, flutter, move, shake. Right, so this is a primitive root word. They're relaxing the shaking, basically, is what it sounds like. Is that the shaking is coming slowly to a stop, and they're starting to be relaxed. The Elohim, they're starting to calm down with this great reset, devastation that they've been busting out. The El are becoming relaxed, and they're beholding over the waters. Mahi, right? Wasting, waters, course. Dual of a primitive noun, to be used in the singular sense. Water, figuratively, juice, or by euphemism, urine, semen, piss. Wasting, water, watering, course, flood, or springs. Are the Elohim, they're looking over wastewater, dirty water, right? That they've just flooded everything out. So that's like basically the world's destroyed, all the mud's in the water, all the death, all the people that are giants and all the stuff that they were trying to destroy is all just made this water filthy, right? So they're just looking over this filthy wastewater as they relax. Chapter 2. This is a beautiful little story we got going on here. Way Homer. Previous chapters, they basically just destroyed everything. They're relaxed, chilling over the wastewater. Amar, to utter, to say. Now they're talking again after they destroyed everything. So answer, appoint, vote, bid, bow, self, call, certify, challenge. A primitive word, to say, used with great latitude. Answer, appointment, a bid, boast, self, call, certify, challenge, charge, at the give, command, commune, consider, declare, demand, desire, determine. All these freaking words in the Bible. This one word got broken down to all these different little things. But I think that they're coming together. They're certifying something. The group of El declare, let there be. So what did Yahi? Let there be. Hayya, right? So they're declaring again that this is what they want, right? So this is to come to pass. So this is the mantra that they're using to create these things, is my understanding, right? So they're coming together, they're coveting, they're using the mantra to make things exist. They declare, Elohim, let there be. So they say haya, and then they want light. So they go or, a light. Bright, clear, day, lighting, morning, sun. From illumination, or concrete luminary. In every sense, including lighting and happiness, etc. Bright, clear, day, light, lighting, morning, or sun. So let's go see what this is from. This isn't the root word, so we're going to go to the root. We're going to the roots. To become, or become light. Break, give, show light, and set on fire, shine. A primitive word. To become causative, to make luminous. Literally and metaphorically. Break of day, glorious. Kindle, be, and give, show, light, light end, set on fire, shine. Did their mantra, and they wanted light, and they wanted a fire, they wanted to illuminate everything and bring daybreak back, right? It's interesting that it says concrete luminary though. Like, what really is the sun? Or are they even talking about Antiquitech, allowing some people to have the Antiquitech back? But who knows? They declared, group of L, the sacred mantra, light. And then there was, right? So this is 1961. Again, 1961. Yahweh, Haya, and there was light. So they, Haya, Haya, light, Haya, light. Right? They're chanting this thing. They became luminous and saw, right? So now they can see again. Advise, cause to. Show, self, sight of others. SB, dare, surely, think, view. A primitive word. To see, literally or figuratively. Be numerous application. Direct and implied. Transitive, intransitive, and causative. Advise, self, appear, approve, behold, certainly, and then it goes into all different translations that they used for this same word. They can see again now that there's light. Elohim, they make an oath. We know that et is relatable, live, apparently an oath to become. They basically become light. Group of L, take this oath to become light. Ha-owa, or. This is just or, a light, to become luminous again. Illumination. Some of the group of L become light. They make an oath to be light. That. So what's that? Key. Here it means that, for, when. For as much, in as much, where as assuredly, but certainly, doubtless. A primitive particle from a full form of the personification, the prepositional prefix indicating usual relations of all kinds. I don't even know, or consequent. By implication, very widely used as a relative conjunction or adverb, as below, often largely modified by particles annex, and for much as much as, well, where, as, assuredly, but certainly, doubtless, else, even, except, and all these other friggin' words that they use. But I believe it's more like certainly or doubtless. They certainly, and it was good. Pleasant, agreeable, good. Beautiful, best, better, bountiful, cheerful, at ease, fair, word, be in favor. From tomb, good as an adjective in the widest sense, as likewise as a noun, both in the masculine and feminine, the singular and plural, good, a good, or a good thing, a good man, a good woman, the good, or good thing, good men. Basically, it means good. Good or beautiful, right? So let's tube. A primitive root, to be transitively, do or make, good or well in the widest sense, right? So this is good. This is just basically, it just means good, best, the pleasant. Some Elohim became good and divided. So when they divided, badal, to divide, to separate, right? Is this the where we get the word battle? When we're divided and we're separated and we're fighting each other? Is this when the Elohim start to battle each other and we have the great war of the sky and the good ones are able to help us and the bad ones are locked up or whatever? I don't know. Make, put difference, divide, asan, make, separate. Primitive word, to divide. In variation senses, literally or figuratively, separate, distinguish, differ, select, make, difference, divide. So basically, they're dividing now. They divided the group of Elohim, again, between, between, bayin, bain, an interval, base, between, among, asunder, at, between, twixt. Sometimes a plural, masculine, masculine or feminine, properly the construction form of an otherwise unused noun from buy-in, a distinction but used only as a prep between repeat before each noun, often with other particles. Okay, so let's go into Bain. To discern, being. Attend, consider, be cunning, diligent, direct, discern. A primitive word to separate mentally or distinguish. Understand, attend, consider, to be cunning, distinguish, all these words. So basically they're dividing between light and between the darkness. So not seeing that it looks good and that it is good. They're coming to an agreement that some of them are going to be in the darkness, some of them are going to be in the light, and they are going to be battling for supremacy of this world. I think that is where I'm going to end this video about this. I thank you. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll be back breaking down some more of these chapters. Hope that you're all doing well. Have a good one.